Brian Frederick, who writes some columns for us and also has the podcast on the Fight Game Media Network with Paul Fontaine. He said that he had heard that they were trying to put Justin and Nate Diaz together in a, that's a Rock'em Sock'em Robots fight if there ever was one. But I mean, things could change based on what happened tonight as well, and I could definitely see Chandler, getting Justin. But then there's this other thing. So I didn't see it. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I guess Dana in the post fight was talking about how, maybe Khabib is done. Maybe that, because Dana was trying to make it seem like, he was going to come back, and so he had said that it doesn't look like it. Like, so maybe he's finally come to the realization that Khabib is not coming back. So they'll have to figure out what to do with that title, because if Dana's convinced that he's not coming back, then they got to figure out, how to create the new champion.
Problem with Chandler and Gaethje is then you don't have anybody for Dustin, unless Oliveira. But I don't know. Yeah, see, Dustin really fucked everything up, because I'm sure they had a whole booking plan. But now you got Connor's just like this, assuming he's going to fight. Now he's like this giant matzo ball hanging out there. Somebody would have to fight Connor, but a Connor fight is like almost bigger than any title fight still. Now Chandler's this huge star-making performance, and then Oliveira just dominated Tony. So you got all these things, but just based on who was closest to the title, it's Dustin and Gaethje.
So if you had
Dustin beat Connor. So if Gaethje wins one more fight, he'd have to fight. I think if they were trying to do Gaethje and Diaz, then I think they were looking at the winner of that would face the winner of this. And Dana probably secretly hoping that it's Diaz and Connor 3 for the title. But now Connor lost, so I don't even know if he'd still care about Diaz and Gaethje other than that's a great fight. I hope they still do that. That'd be cool.
So what if?
All right, say they did that, then you got to do Gaethje. If Gaethje beat Diaz, then you got to do Gaethje Dustin or Diaz Dustin, which they had booked once, and it fell through.
What if you just decided to do Connor and Nate 3? Like, let's pull Nate away from Gaethje, and instead you did a 4-man tournament for the lightweight title, and your 4 competitors are Gaethje, Poirier, Oliveira, and Chandler. That makes the most sense to me. Like, I don't know if I don't think Dos Anjos or Ferguson or Felder get into that tournament. I think it's legit that, because those 4 seem to have distanced themselves from the rest of that division. And then you get, Connor can have his big fight with Nate. People are going to pay for that. It's going to do, close to 1 million or over 1 million buys. You let those guys hang out and do their thing. It's not like Nate can come in and get in the mix in that tournament because he hasn't been around. But if you put those 4 guys in the tournament and let Connor and Nate hang out, whoever wins that tournament, if you want to make the winner of Connor and Nate like a contender, you could definitely do that. I feel like that is the way to go. And, out of Gaethje and Poirier and Oliveira and Chandler, you're going to get a guy, whoever wins that tournament is awesome. So I think that's kind of like a win-win there.
That makes all the sense in the world. That's like completely even, completely balanced. Gaethje and Oliveira fought almost at the same time, so they could be ready to fight each other at the same time. Dustin and Chandler both fought tonight, so they can be ready to fight each other pretty soon, whenever they're both ready at the same time. And then the 2 winners fight. And it's the top guys, and everybody's coming off strong stuff. That's the most perfectly even, balanced thing you can do. And Nate is only connected to this whole thing through Connor.
Right. And
now Connor lost. So with him out of the picture, why is Nate even in this lightweight thing? When's the last time he fought at lightweight?
Right.
He's only connected through Connor. I think that's why they wanted to put him with Gaethje in the event that he would win. Then he put him with Connor, but Connor lost. So Nate doesn't really even belong in the mix, except with Connor. So you just put Nate and Connor together. That makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, actually,
I'm agreeing with you.
I like that a lot. And you could do the first round matches of this tournament, this 4-man tournament. You could do them on the same show, and you're literally building to the title match, 3 or 4 months later. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, things are never that easy, though. That is perfect.